So all over the campus, there are these Lime scooters that you could just pick up and ride. I used to live in that room right there. Also one Indian restaurant here, and this. What's up YouTube, it's Shivansh here. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a very special video because today we are at University of Alberta in Edmonton. And if you don't already know this, I did my bachelor's in engineering from University of Alberta. So I've spent 4 years of my life at this very campus. And today I'll be your tour guide and I'll show you the entire campus of University of Alberta. And for all those of you who are planning to study in Canada or specifically trying to see if University of Alberta is a good option for you or not, then this video is going to be super useful for all of you because you'll get to see what the campus is like, how is the infrastructure, and why University of Alberta is one of the top 5 universities to study in Canada. And you will also get to know why University of Alberta is the best option in my opinion for anyone who's trying to come to Canada and study in Canada because it offers world-class education, and that too at an affordable price as compared to all other top universities in Canada. So all this is coming up in this video, so make sure to watch this video till the very end, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and let's begin. The first thing that you will notice is that the entire campus is so green, full of trees, and the buildings here are a mixture of old European style architecture and also modern architecture. We are going to start our campus tour at the heart of the university, and this area is called the University of Alberta Quad, mostly because it's in the shape of a quadrilateral and a lot of the main buildings of the university can be found on all sides of this quad. And here you can occasionally find people playing frisbee or cricket or some other sport, and we also have some concerts and events organized here during the orientation weeks in September. And now let me take you to the first building of the campus. This building is called CAB, or the Central Academic Building. And as soon as you enter this building, you will find this Tim Hortons, which usually has a huge lineup, especially during the lunch hours. And there's plenty of seats on this floor and also on the lower floor where you can have lunch, work on your assignments, or just chill between classes. And all over the campus, you will find these flyer boards which will tell you about if there are any job opportunities or job postings, and if there are any events that are happening on the campus, similar to this Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara end of school year event, which sounds very exciting. So make sure to check out these flyer boards from time to time and keep an eye out for such opportunities. And what's strange is that there are 2 Tim Hortons in this building right next to each other, and both of these are jam-packed, especially during the peak hours of the day. And on the upper floors of this building, there are classrooms, labs, and also some rooms which can be used for extra classes or tutoring classes, especially for first year courses of math, science, etc. Okay, let me show you a classroom now. This is where I had my Math 102 or maybe 103 lectures in my first year. I don't remember exactly which course it was. And I used to sit here at the back. I was so raw and new to Canada at the time, and I had no idea about how my life would turn out, but I just kept going on with the flow. And this is the building where I spent a lot of time during the first year of my degree, because in the first year we have a lot of general courses like math, physics, chemistry, English, etc. And most of those classes were held either in CAB or in the surrounding buildings. And on the north side of this building, we have this chemistry wing. There are chemistry labs located pretty much on every single floor of this building. Now the lab was actually locked, but I was able to capture some footage for you, and you can see some lab equipment in there. Alright, so this right here is the administrative building. It's mostly an office space, but I used to go inside here when I had to pay my tuition fee or get a copy of my transcript. And other than that, you will probably not have to go in there that often. Oh, and this is something new that I saw on campus. So all over the campus, there are these Lime scooters that you could just pick up and ride, but we did not have this when I was studying here. It would have been so much easier and convenient to get from one end of the campus to another if we just had those Lime bikes and we would not have to walk so far. And now let me take you to another main building of this campus, and this one is called SUB, or the Student Union Building. You can see that there's a patio here where you can just chill with your friends when the weather is nice, and there's also this huge stairway similar to Google's office in California where you have these bean bags and comfortable seats, and you can see that some people were still enjoying the sun and some were even catching up on their sleep. And on this side, we have all the eateries, so this place is usually jam-packed and it is so difficult to find an empty seat here, especially during the lunch hours. But since we are here in May and most courses are not really offered during the summer months, so pretty much the entire university campus was pretty empty on this day. And here we have the InfoLinks booth where you can get information about anything about your campus life. You can ask them any of your queries and they'll be able to help you out as much as possible. And this is also where you'll be able to get your transit pass from. And you can use this transit pass to travel all across the city for free as long as you're a student at this university and you have the transit pass. And there is also this pharmacy on campus where you can get all your medicines, which is very convenient for all the students. And this is the bookstore of University of Alberta. On the upper floor, you'll have all the ualberta branded merchandise that you can purchase. And on the lower floor, you'll be able to find all the books that you can buy for your courses. And I was so excited to be back at my university after such a long time that I also ended up buying some University of Alberta branded merchandise for my memories. Alright, so now we're at the engineering wing of University of Alberta, and this building is ETLC, which stands for Engineering, Teaching and Learning Complex, and this is where I spend most of my time in my second, third and fourth years of engineering. On the lower floor of this building, there are some massive lecture theaters where we used to have most of our engineering classes. Now, there was some project discussion going on in this lecture theater, so I could not go inside to film it, but I was able to find a vacant lecture theater, which we will definitely take a look at in some time, so make sure to keep watching this video. Now on the upper floor of this building, there is this new engineering garage that has opened up. This did not used to exist before, so this was something new for me. I believe this is probably the innovation center for engineers, and this is where they can actually showcase their creations. As you can see that this is a huge building, and on the upper floors there are labs for all types of engineering courses, and I had all my electrical engineering related labs here as well. There's also this small Tim Hortons here, and from what I remember, this location never used to have any ice caps or most of the things that I used to order, and that's why I used to go to Tim Hortons in the other building that we saw before. And this is also where we used to sit down and finish any last minute assignments that were due for submission, and these are the assignment boxes where we would drop off our assignments, barely trying to make the submission deadline. And right next to ETLC is the eSurf building, which is specially for masters or research students belonging to the electrical, computer or engineering physics fields. And what's cool about this building is that there is a nanofab, micro and nano design and fabrication lab at the lower floor of this building, and that lab is the biggest lab of its kind in Canada. And on this side we have the engineering solarium, and this is especially important for me because we used to do some of our assignments here, and also the engineering careers were also organized in here. So I have so many memories of getting in this room and having on the spot interviews with people from some of the top engineering companies in Canada and just trying to get a job at those companies. Okay, I finally found an engineering lecture theater, and this immediately brought back so many memories for me. I mostly used to sit either somewhere at the back or in the middle, and the professors would stand here and this huge screen would appear from the top, and I would take notes on my laptop or my notepad, and those were some amazing fun times. Now let me quickly also show you the computer science building. I spent a lot of time here too because my specialization was in computer engineering. So a lot of my computer science related lectures were held in this very building. And this building is mostly quiet and peaceful. There are these labs for the various computer science related courses. You can see that this one is for the algorithms course. This is the AI and database lab, etc. I've spent so many hours in this building working on projects with my friends and basically just trying to figure out how to write code. This building here is one of the 3 major libraries on campus, and this one, Rutherford Library, is the biggest of them all and has books and collections from all over the world. Although I only used to visit the lower floor of the library because that's where I did most of my homework, and another reason to come here was whenever I had to get any printouts or whenever I had to scan something. Now let me take you to one of the most popular buildings of University of Alberta, and that is the Hub Mall. And this building is very long. As you can see, it starts at this corner here and it ends somewhere over there, and we can't even see its end completely. And the reason why this building is called the Hub Mall is because it is actually like a mall. It is like a shopping mall because here you will find a lot of eateries, a lot of places to get food at. There are all types of shops, from barber shops to laundry shops like these, immigration and travel offices, stationery shops, and so much more. It's basically shops in the middle, and on both sides there are student resident apartments or on-campus student housing, and walking in this building feels like you're actually walking in a mall. There are seats in the middle and there are multiple lounges where you can find students having food or working on their assignments. Now, among the various restaurants in this building, there is also one Indian restaurant here, and this is the only Indian food place on campus, and I must say that the food here is actually pretty decent and it is good enough to satisfy your craving for Indian food once in a while. And just outside the Hub Mall, there is the University of Alberta Transit Center. This is basically where all the city buses stop, and there is also an LRT station or a subway station underground at this very location. And now let me also show you my place of accommodation. Yes, I lived on campus throughout my 4-year degree, and this is the building where I spent most of my time at this university, where I got to make some amazing friends and had the most wonderful experiences of my life. This is Pinecrest House, and I used to live in that room right there. This building was actually newly constructed in 2013, and I was the first person to have ever lived in that very room, and it's almost been 10 years now and it looks exactly the same. So that's it, guys. With that, we're at the end of this campus tour of University of Alberta. Now obviously there are a lot more number of buildings on this campus, on the North Campus, because it's one of the biggest campuses of university campuses in Canada. But we could only cover a few buildings in this video because of the paucity of time and because we have a short stay in Edmonton. And all that nostalgia of studying at University of Alberta came back to me in this video while shooting this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope this tour, this campus tour video, got you excited to come and study at University of Alberta. And if you want to support my channel, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I post a lot of videos about studying and working in Canada. And also let me know what other types of videos do you want to watch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.